Starting next January, the government will provide 1 million won a month to parents of children under 12 months old and 500,000 won to parents of children between 1 and 2 years old. The Ministry of Health and Welfare announced that a revision to the Child Allowance Act was approved at a cabinet meeting today. The amount of monthly parental benefits will be raised from January 1st, and this will be separate from the 100,000 won benefit for children under the age of 8. Moving on to local news. The 22nd Korean Women's International Network, or KOWIN Conference, takes place from tomorrow in Busan for 3 days. The event is jointly hosted by the Ministry of Gender Equality and Family and Busan City to create space for Korean women from across.
Mic check. 1, 2, 3.
Mic.
1, 2, 3.
Mic.
Han-suk and Busan Mayor Park Hyung-jun. The 2023 K-ICT Week in Busan, which showcases the latest information and communication technologies, or ICT, will open this week. Busan City announced that the event will be held at Bexco in Haeundae from tomorrow until Friday at an unprecedented scale. The event will integrate 3 exhibitions, AI Korea, IT Expo Busan, and Cloud Expo Korea. A total of 267 domestic and international ICT companies, including Megazone Cloud, Duzon Bizon, and Sharp & Go, will participate, featuring exhibits across 600 booths. In preparation for the Chuseok holiday, Busan's Dongbekdong, a public delivery app, offers discounts on seafood. Starting from today and running until the 25th, the city is hosting an online seafood discount event through Dongbekdong. Purchases of domestic seafood will come with a maximum 50% discount coupon and free delivery service. In international news, a photo posted online appears to show Sergei Surovikin, a Russian general who has not been seen in public since the Wagner mercenary group mutiny in June. Yevgeny Prigozhin, the head of Wagner who passed away in a plane crash last month, is rumored to have been close to Sergei Surovikin. According to rumors, General Surovikin is being looked into for a probable role in the insurrection. However, a picture has been shared that allegedly depicts Russia's former commander in Ukraine. The photo, however, has not been independently verified. Now for the local weather. It is currently 31 degrees Celsius in Busan amid a heat wave advisory. Skies will remain sunny until clouds roll in early evening. It's time to wrap up this hour's news. Thank you for joining. You are listening to BEFM, Busan 영어방송.
Your best choice. BEFM, Busan 영어방송.
Coming up next is the 4 p.m. duo with Nick Greenwood and David Kim. BEFM, Busan 영어방송.
I carry my emotions.
There are many things that I want to do, but there are also many things I really don't want to do.
In which case, I would need to look for a solution. I would have to drag myself to finish a job in time, put it off till last minute, or maybe find someone else to do it for me.
Luckily, we live in a digital era where we have machines that can do tedious and difficult tasks for us.
Of the many things you have to do today, what would you have the machine do it for you instead?
Well, hello there, everybody. My name is Nick.
Good afternoon, this is David.
And welcome to
The 4 p.m. duo.
I can show you the world, shining, shimmering, splendid. Tell me, princess, now when did you last let your heart decide? I can open wonder by wonder, over, sideways, and under, on a magic carpet ride, a whole new world, a new fantastic point of view. No one to tell us no, or where to go, or say we're only dreaming.
A whole new world, a dazzling place I never knew. But when I'm way up here, it's crystal clear that now I'm in a whole new world with you.
Now I'm in a whole new world with you.
Unbelievable sights, indescribable feeling, soaring, tumbling, freewheeling through an endless diamond sky. A whole new world.
Don't you dare close your eyes.
100,000
Hold your breath, it
to
gets
see.
better.
I'm like a shooting star. I've come so far. I can't go back to where I used to be. Every turn a surprise.
Horizons
Every
you
moment red letter. I'll chase them anywhere. There's time to spare.
let me share this whole new world with you. A whole new world. That's where we'll be.
That's where we'll be.
Thrilling chase.
A wondrous place for you and me.
A Whole New World by Leah Salonga and Brad Kane. What a lovely way to kick off a Tuesday at the 4 p.m. duo. A very magical and fantastical way to start things. 저는 닉입니다.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is David at the 4 p.m. duo. 4 p.m. duo. 갑자기 4 p.m. duo가 생각이 안 났어요.
Oh,
Yeah, this is David Kim.
How long have you been doing this show for? At least 2 years, right?
Yeah, at least for duo years. Yeah. Anywho.
That was the goofiest laugh
Yeah, I
I've
know.
ever-
Like, I was trying to make a goofy laugh.
Oh, man.
Like actual deep and goofy. But yeah, how are you all doing? The weather is so nice outside right now. I was walking a little bit.
Yeah.
It's warm still. 그런데 바람이 불 때 엄청 시원하고 좋더라고요.
시원하기도 하고 뭐 구름도 많이 없어가지고 되게 화창한 것
아니
같은데요.
구름이 너무 이쁘게 돼 있어요.
They're like wispy,
There are all sorts of different shapes and patterns.
but there are few, not very many of them. It's a
Yeah.
beautiful day.
It is indeed.
And
I
I
hope you're
hope you-
all. Go ahead.
No, I'm sorry.
No, I hope you all are having a beautiful day so far.
For real, for real.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show, everyone who's listening. We got Mr. Lee saying good afternoon. Jenny as well, reciprocating that, saying happy Tuesday and saying nothing can replace you guys. 포주 최고, 엄지척. And I think that's because on YouTube Live, our title is threatening to maybe replace humans.
The robots, eh?
The robots are coming, and we'll talk a little bit about that because today's topic is kind of robotic. So I have a question. If you were given one robot, I don't know, pet or servant,
Okay.
what function would you like to have on it? Just one function. 기능 하나만 있으면.
If it can make me money, I would love to have that robot make me money.
뭐 주식을 잘하는 그런 로봇이 있다면.
Nah, I'll do everything else.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Maybe it's some of that crypto mining.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard that's very energy intensive.
Exactly. So if that robot can do it for me, then why not?
Yeah, okay. So robots would be great if they could be money makers. Maybe if they could help with some of the housework. 뭐
Maybe.
집안일을 도와줄 수 있는 그런 로봇도 있으면 되게 좋을 것 같아요. Yeah.
For sure.
Whatever robot you would like to have, let us know. Because, you know, robots are already in our lives.
They are. We see them in our daily lives. We have kiosks there. We see at restaurants serving robots. We have, maybe software as well, AI devices on our smartphones.
I guess robots and AI, it's becoming more and more intelligent, more usable in our daily lives.
For sure.
So when you see these robots everywhere around you, what do you feel? What do you think?
You know, it can be threatening because sooner or later they will replace more jobs that we have as human beings, right?
그렇죠. 무섭다라고 생각하시는 사람도 있는데 정말 편리하다라고 생각하시는 분들 있는 것 같은데요.
그렇죠. You flip the coin on the other side. Oh, it's convenient because they do tasks much more efficiently.
아니면 미래가 걱정된다. 일자리를 빼앗을까 봐. 조금 걱정하는 사람도 많을 것 같은데.
터미네이터 생각하면은 어쩔 수 없어요.
Terminator is 한수위잖아요. That's like destroying.
한수위인데 너무 그 mass 로버트가 mass 생산될 것 같은 그런 느낌이 너무 확 다가오지 않나요?
It could. You've seen the Terminator series, right?
Yeah.
It's very Skynet. It launches the missile. Oh, scary stuff.
Yeah.
What do you think about robots and machines? Do you think positively about them, or do you have this kind of 좀 걱정되는데?
Yeah.
You're kind of worried about them.
I'm sure a lot of people have different opinions about it. Just let us know. Text us your thoughts, what you think about robots. Now, in addition to what humans can generally do, new types of robots can also be sent to other special working sites, such as dangerous exploration activities, maybe caves, maybe underground places as well, where we can't physically go because it's too dangerous. But they do all the other dangerous stuff. Like I've seen robots, running the minefields to see if there are mines or not.
이 폭탄 해체하는 그런 로봇들도 많은데요.
그죠.
The thing is, though, I think a lot of people, soldiers, they specialize and train in that. But of course, having a robot help you, I think, would be very useful for that.
For sure, yeah. So there are definitely pros and cons to robots, huh?
네, 맞습니다. 이 앞으로 로봇이 바꿔줄 미래가 기대가 되기도 하지만 한편으로는 걱정이 되기도 합니다. 이 로봇이 대체하지 못할 특별한 기술을 얼른 찾아야겠네요. Some kind of technology the robots can't take over.
Maybe we should create some sort of an emitter device that could disable the robots from doing things.
It's called an EMP.
Exactly.
Electromagnetic pulse, right?
As long as that don't affect us.
It destroys everything electronic, and people with pacemakers would be affected as well.
No, that's right.
So you got to think of these things.
Yeah.
But the good points of robots, the good things about robots and machines is that we're communicating with our listeners online right now as if there is no barrier as well.
That's right. Barrier-free, you could say that.
Yeah, exactly. Jenny Nim showing an example of that, saying, I'm at the beauty salon now. 이 버즈를 낄 수 없어서 버즈?
Oh, don't say it. That's the brand name.
Okay.
Yeah.
Earbuds.
Yes.
이어버즈를 낄 수 없어서 눈치 보며 숨지가 듣고 있습니다. That's very nice of you.
At first, I thought it was like
Buzz
Lightyear.
Lightyear.
Yeah.
Buzz Aldrin. 그런 생각했는데. But I hope you have a wonderful hair salon. I'm curious, do you have one of those big machines on your head? 영화를 봤을 때 그런 엄청 큰 기계가
Those
있잖아요.
are for like perm 할 때 하는 거잖아요.
펌 기계.
맞아요.
Do they use them these days?
Yeah. Yeah, to this day, I've used it recently, maybe 2 months ago.
Really?
Yeah.
I just imagine a bunch of people sitting in a line reading magazines, just gossiping about things.
As they get their hair done, right?
Yeah. That's the kind of thing I imagine. Yeah.
Just like in many movies.
For real. Well, whatever you think about electronics, it does definitely bring some good stuff, and we're going to show you some of that good stuff in our segments throughout the day. We've got our daily segments, including Chat Lab English, where we can learn various expressions about topics that have been given to us by AI. 네, 매일마다 챗봇이 선택해주는 주제와 관련된 다양한 영어 표현과 생각들을 여러분과 함께 나눠보겠습니다. Today's topic is a good one. Lunar Mysteries, all about the moon. 네, 달의 모든 것에 대해서 이야기해 보겠습니다. Very soon there are the Artemis missions going to the moon to put man back there and build space stations, which is very cool.
Would be.
So we're going to be talking about some expressions to do with the moon. We've also got Byte English, where you can learn easy but useful one sentence in English. 네, 이제부터 궁금한 모든 영어 표현은 Byte English에 물어봐 주세요. And of course, the last English dose at the end of the day.
That's right. And for our weekly segments, we've got Happily Ever After. 영국남자 Nick이 읽어주는 동화. 있습니다. 그 동화 속에 담긴 내용과 표현들도 알아보는 코너가 있고요. We also have Oh There, 오데가노. 부산의 대중교통을 타고 지미와 함께 부산의 구석구석을 돌아보는 코너도 있습니다. Lots of great segments coming your way. If you want to text in, tell us a comment or so. Text us to pound 9050 샵 9050 100원의 이용료가 있고요. You can add us on Kakao Talk and chat with us there. BFM app message works as well, or YouTube live chat.
Yes, that is correct. And we've got more messages coming in. We have 미역스텔라 이님 saying, Good afternoon. A whole new world. 추억의 노래 들으니 기분 좋네요. 이 로봇이 포즈를 대체할 일은 없을 거예요. Nobody, nothing can replace Nick and David.
Oh, thank you, 미역스텔라 이님.
갑자기 좀 든든해졌어요.
네, 역시 our 팬들이에요.
안심이 돼요.
They're so supportive of us.
That's very nice of you. But it is still a scary world for some people. Jenny says robots are already taking over many parts, but a robot is just a robot. Don't cross the lines. 선 넘지 마라.
그죠? As long as they don't have the EQ part. You know, we talk about the IQ and the emotional Q.
Yeah.
그 EQ만 없으면 될 것 같아요.
As long as robots don't feel 억울함, I think it'll be fine.
Oh, that'll be scary if they feel that
억울함이라는 기분을
억울함.
느낄 수 있는 순간부터 좀 큰일을 날 것 같은데요.
너무 무서운데요?
나는 왜 그렇게 해야 돼?
What's the point of living?
Exactly, yeah. Anyway, it is 4:17. We're going to continue the show. We'll take a song break, and then we'll be back with Chat Lab English. This is Try Everything by Shakira.
I messed up tonight. I lost another fight. Lost to myself, but I'll just start again. I keep falling down. I keep on hitting the ground, but I always get up now to see what's next. Birds don't just fly, they fall down and get up. Nobody learns without getting it wrong. I won't give up, no, I won't give in till I reach the end, and then I'll start again. No, I won't leave. I wanna try everything. I wanna try even though I could fail. I won't give up, no, I won't give in till I reach the end, and then I'll start again. No, I won't leave. I wanna try everything. I wanna try even though I could fail. Try everything. Try everything. Try everything. Look how far you've come. You've filled your heart with love. Baby, you've done enough. Take a deep breath. Don't beat yourself up. No need to run so fast. Sometimes we come last, but we did our best. I won't give up, no, I won't give in till I reach the end, and then I'll start again. No, I won't leave. I wanna try everything. I wanna try even though I could fail. I won't give up, no, I won't give in till I reach the end, and then I'll start again. No, I won't leave. I wanna try everything. I wanna try even though I could fail. I'll keep on making those new mistakes. I'll keep on making them every day. Those new mistakes. Try everything. Try everything. Try everything. Try everything.
Chat Lab English.
Hello, listeners. Hello, Nick and David. Welcome to ChatLab English. Today's topic is lunar mysteries, all about the moon. The moon has fascinated humanity for millennia, inspiring curiosity, stories, and scientific exploration. On the radio, journey into the realm of the moon, celebrating its role as Earth's celestial companion. Topics include the moon's influence on cultures, myths, and tides, and its significance in space exploration. Discuss the artistic inspiration drawn from the moon and its potential as a future destination for human exploration. Ultimately, inspire listeners to embrace the enchantment and scientific mysteries of the moon.
Welcome to Chat Lab English. Now, this is a segment where our AI chatbot gives us a topic to talk about, discuss it amongst ourselves, and we teach you an expression or two in English. Now, today's topic is all about the moon. 달에 대해서 한번 이야기를 한번 해볼 건데요. 제가 알기로는 닉은 엄청 그 스페이스에 대해 관심이 많은 걸로 알고 있어요.
네, 저는 우주에 대한 관심이 조금 많은
우주
편인 것
매니아.
같아요. 우주 매니아.
우주 space? No, I was trying to make a sentence saying would you.
우주 space. Would you go to space?
Would you go to space?
I would. Yeah.
네.
I like it because I love sci-fi and I love celestial science.
Yeah.
Like planets and stuff. I just think it's really fascinating. And the moon, it's our satellite. Did you know that the moon is tidally locked to Earth, which means we always see the same side?
Yeah, I've known that
You
one.
don't see the other side ever.
Right, we never see it. And not too long ago, we were able to see what we call the super blue moon.
Yeah.
It was like a blue moon and a super moon together. We called it super blue moon.
근데 하필이면 그날에 비가 엄청 많이 왔잖아요.
너무 cloudy 해가지고요. 저 보고 싶었는데 they said the peak time was 10:30 p.m. and that's when the
한창이었어요.
thunder and
예,
lightning
비는
struck.
한창이었어요.
맞아요.
It's a shame, but we have to wait a few years.
14 years.
Thankfully, though, I'm sure a lot of people who could see it
네.
maybe took videos,
Yes.
photos.
I
as
know
well.
people in Seoul were able to see it better. It wasn't raining as much.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you missed it, maybe just check out social media. They have lots of pictures there.
There you go. That's
Yeah.
the beauty of technology right there. 그럼 데이비드 전 질문 있습니다.
네.
혹시 만약에 달에 갈 수 있는 기회가 있다면 갈 거예요? 말 거예요?
저는 가보고 싶어요.
Yeah.
저는 이 fear 같은 게 없어요. When it comes to trying out new things.
Like
그리고
just Shakira, try everything.
yeah, try everything 그런 마인드라서
Okay.
특히 지구에 아닌 거를 그러니까 지구 표면에 있는 게 아닌 것을 보러 간다면은 언제든지 가보고 싶어요.
그럼 화성은요? Considering in mind, to get there it takes like 9 months and to get back it takes like 9 months. As of right now.
If I
최소한 2시간, 3시간 걸릴 거라. 3년, 2년, 3년 정도 뭐 걸릴 거라서.
한번 보고 그냥 갔다 오는 거예요.
Yeah.
가볼게요.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, sure.
You only live once, right?
There you go. There you go. Yeah.
You might miss all the fun happening on Earth, but
Right.
you get to try something that no one else can try.
There you go. Yeah. Lunar tourism is becoming possible, hopefully in the future, because, people, a lot of different nations, including Korea, are planning to go to the moon. The US is going back very soon with Artemis to set up bases there. India just landed on the southern side of the moon like a week ago.
Yeah, that was a phenomenal feat for them.
Yeah, so we're all fighting for this. But how much would a trip to the moon cost? $4.1 billion.
My goodness.
For 4 people, so $1 billion each.
That's a lot more than
달러, 그렇죠?
네, 그때 그 왜 verting에서 그 스페이스 트립 한번 이제 나간다고 했었잖아요. Not all the way outside, but still like
But then
around.
galactic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like $1 million per ticket.
But that goes to the stratosphere, I believe.
Right, not
outside. The atmosphere, yeah.
But then this one, wow, $4 billion per person.
Well, yeah. I can't afford it anyway.
No way.
No. But still, it's fun to talk about it, and maybe our children or our children's children or children's children could one day live there.
Yeah, one day that'll be really cool.
So, today we're going to be talking about great expressions about our lunar companion, the moon. 네, 첫 번째로는 단어들을 보겠습니다. Our first one is 우주선 그리고 우주비행사.
네,
우주선.
네.
Now, in the 90s and 2000s, the years, we called it the space shuttle. 근데 이제는 스페이스 셔틀이 좀 오래된 기술이라서 요즘 그냥 spaceships 쓰는 것 같아요.
Space shuttle, spaceship, spacecraft.
Yeah, the
엄청
shuttle-
많은 것 같아요.
The shuttle is that, the iconic one from the movie Armageddon, but they're retired because they're old technology.
It's like this one tall block and two boosters on the sides, right?
Yeah, and it's attached to that.
Right,
Yeah, but
yeah.
now, Space Deng, Elon Musk's company, they've
Right.
created these new styles of spaceships which are more efficient and faster.
Right.
So a spaceship, a space rocket,
Yeah.
yeah.
Anything with space and whatever vehicle you want to put in, like a ship, craft.
Spacecraft.
Yeah, things
Yeah.
like that. How about someone in the spaceship? So, like a pilot. Would you call them a spaceship pilot?
I'd call them an astronaut.
Right.
But the pilot of a spaceship. They're both roles. 둘 다죠.
그죠? Astronaut. Astronaut은 ASTRONAUT 철자입니다.
Yeah, astronaut. 비슷한 말도 있는데요. Cosmonaut.
Cosmonaut.
Yeah, I think
Ooh.
it's someone who goes to space.
Okay.
You call them because cosmos 는 우주라는 뜻이잖아요. Cosmonaut.
I've never heard of it.
Astronaut.
Okay.
더 흔히 말하는 것은 이 astronaut이긴 한데
네.
cosmonaut도 있어요.
Okay, cool.
All right, let's move on to number 2. 두 번째로 넘어가겠습니다.
네, 달에 착륙하다 그리고 지구로 귀환하다. 달에 착륙하다는 to land on the moon.
Yes, landing on the moon, like Neil Armstrong did.
Right.
Yeah.
To land on the moon. Hopefully in the very near future we'll see more and more astronauts landing on the moon.
For real. And what about the opposite? 지구로 귀환할 때
네.
뭐라고 하죠?
귀환하다는 이제 return to earth.
Yeah, return to. I can imagine over the radio. Okay, Neil, return to Earth, please.
No, I want to stay here a little longer.
I want to play on the moon.
I got some rocks here to play with.
Yeah, bring the boys home.
Right.
Here in movies as well. Return to Earth and land on the moon. All right, let's move on to number 3. 세 번째입니다. 무인 탐사선. 무인 탐사선.
무인 탐사선.
So 무인 is of course unmanned,
Right.
automated. 탐사선, I mean, if you 풀어서 번역하면 it's like an exploration vessel.
Yeah, which could work.
Usually though, if it's a space thing and it's unmanned, you say probe.
Probe.
Like probing something, 좀, 알아보는 거죠.
그죠.
Keep probing, 조사하는 거예요. So I said an unmanned probe.
Unmanned probe. You could 탐사선. I would think of it as a ship as well.
Yeah.
Like a small vessel.
Yeah.
So vessel of some sort. So you could call it. I mean, they have names to it like Voyager, or little ships or drones even.
Drones, yeah, they're usually unmanned. They are unmanned, yeah.
Unmanned drones, unmanned ships, unmanned probes.
Yeah. Unmanned vessels.
Yes.
They all make sense. There you go. 미역스텔리님 saying 달에 가려면 $1 billion 벌어다 주는 로봇을 먼저 구해야겠네요. That would be my one function robot, yeah. A
그죠.
$1 billion earning robot.
Cryptocurrency mining robot.
Then I'd get to the moon. All right, so these were our 3 words all about the moon. Now it's time to move on to the phrases. 이제 표현들을 보겠습니다. 첫 번째는요. 이제 달 개척의 시대가 왔습니다. 달 개척의 시대. So I called it the lunar age.
Is that what it means?
Like
달개척?
개척 is like establishing yourself on the moon, right? Like colonizing, making it what's the word?
Colonizing.
Colonizing and cultivating.
Oh, cultivating.
That's the word. So you're kind of making it yours.
Okay.
But all of that 다 포함해가지고 the lunar age. We're
Okay.
living and transferring on the moon. So I said the lunar age is upon us.
The lunar age is upon us. Okay, I said the era of moon exploration is now here.
The era of lunar
Moon exploration.
moon exploration is here.
Yeah.
You said era.
Yeah.
I said age.
Age.
둘 다 똑같단
Same.
말이에요.
네, 쌤쌤입니다.
Yeah, the lunar era, the lunar age. 그리고 lunar라는 말은 그냥 달, moon이란 뜻이에요.
네, 맞아요.
Yeah.
한국에서는 이제 lunar calendar이라는 개념이 있잖아요.
음력이라고
네.
하죠.
그래서 한국에서 쓰는 그 음력 캘린더는 그거에 따로 뜻이고요. 여기서 쓰는 luna는 moon입니다.
Yeah, I like the word lunar more than moon. I don't know something about lunar sounds cool.
lunar이라는 사람 이름도 많아요. I've seen a lot of people they call themselves Luna and Lunar.
I think R 없이 lunar.
둘 다 봤어요,
저는
저는.
해리포터에서 봤어요.
아 진짜요?
Luna Lovegood. Luna Lovegood.
Okay, yeah.
캐릭터 있잖아요.
Yeah. I've seen them both.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. It's a very nice name. All right, let's move on to number 2.
두 번째는요. 달에서는 중력 때문에 제대로 서 있을 수 없습니다.
But that's the fun of it.
Yeah, you get to bounce around.
Bounce like a bouncy castle.
As long as you have the safe cord with you, right?
On the moon, I don't think you do.
You don't have the safe cord with you?
No, I don't think gravity's not
It's
weak
not-
enough
yeah.
that you'll float off.
Okay.
But
I don't know. What if you get hit by something?
maybe. Yeah. You'll fall back down just slowly.
I don't know. What if you go out too far and you lose that gravity?
Oh, if you're in space, then yeah, you need the cord. It's really pretty.
I don't know. I would still want to have a cord just to
혹시나
be safe.
해서.
Yeah, you can never trust science
I'm
too
sure
much.
if they do like 달 체험 같은 거 하게 된다면
네.
그런 줄이 있겠죠.
아, 그죠.
There'll be like David처럼
on
like,
Earth 달 체험하는 거요.
on the moon. I mean,
On the moon.
100 years in
okay.
the future.
Okay. Yeah, perhaps so.
Yeah.
Because we're not trained to be on the moon, right?
그럼 번역은 어떻게 했어요?
저는요. You can't stand still on the moon because there is significantly less gravity or downward force.
Oh, you can't stand still. 가만히 있을 수 없어.
예, 제대로 서
너무
있을 수
재밌어서.
없다고 해가지고요. 저는 그렇게 했거든요.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you can't stand still on the moon because of the weak gravity.
Yeah.
Yeah, weak gravity. 이 중력이 좀 약해가지고. I said you can't stand properly on the moon because you know it's
You kind of wobble around.
그죠? 흔들흔들
Yeah.
이렇게 해가지고 due to gravity 중력 때문에. I like you said downward force.
Yeah, that's the 풀어서 말하는 거죠.
Yeah.
Gravity가 downward force잖아요.
Yeah. 뭔가 좀 중력이 발견되기 전에 그렇게 말하지 않았어요.
Yeah. What is this downward force? What should we name
Why
this
are we
thing?
going down? You can say downward force or gravity.
That's right.
Good movie as well by
Gravity movie,
Alfonso,
yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to number 3. 3번입니다. 이번 기회를 놓치면 슈퍼문은 14년 후에나 다시 볼 수 있습니다.
안타깝죠. 저는 14년 후에 보겠습니다.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of sad, but nature sometimes does that.
Yeah.
The rain.
그죠. So how did you translate this one?
If you miss this chance, the next time you can see the supermoon is 14 years later.
Oh man.
Darn it.
I said if you miss it this time, you'll have to wait 14 years to see the supermoon.
Yeah. I mean, it's all right.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, like we said earlier, thanks to the internet, thanks to a lot of people on social media, they've posted some amazing pictures and footages of the supermoon.
For real. Yeah, so these were all of our expressions and words about the moon. I do want to add one more. I love you to the moon and back.
아, 그렇죠.
자주 말하는 감정의 표현이죠.
사랑하는 사람한테 쓸 수 있는 표현이에요.
예, 하늘만큼 땅만큼 사랑한다.
네, 혹시 지금 와이프한테 전달한 건가요?
Yes. 듣고 계시면 I'm saying it to
That's
you.
good. So sweet of you.
So we've got our philosophy next. David, 오늘의 철학은요?
I said space travel is life enhancing, and anything that's life enhancing is worth doing. It makes you want to live forever.
Oh,
Yeah, this is said by Ray Bradbury.
okay.
So space travel is life enhancing. 우주 여행, 우주의 탐색, 이 탐험 이런 거는 좀 우리의 삶에 이득이 된다라는 뜻이잖아요. 그래서 어떤 모든 이 일들이 이득이 된다면 할만하다. 할만하다는 거죠. 그래서 더 오래 살고 싶어 하고 이런 일들을 더 하기 위해서 더 건강하게 오래 살아야 한다.
It's very long, but I agree.
Right.
That's a good philosophy to have.
It is. 더 많은 것을 경험하고 싶으시면 더 건강하게 오래 살아야 된다는 거죠.
Yeah, yeah. So we can see that day.
Exactly. Hopefully soon.
Nice. I agree with that. I like
Yeah.
it. I brought in a quote from the man himself, 저 닐 암스트롱의 코트를 가져왔습니다. That's one small step for man and one giant leap for mankind.
그거 할까 말까 하다가
그죠? I was like, David
겹칠
할까?
것 같아가지고 뺐어요.
잘했어요, David. 잘했어요. I was thinking, I hope you don't do this one.
Yeah.
인간에게는 작은 발걸음이지만 인류에게는 커다란 도약입니다.
맞아요. And 그렇게 되고 있잖아요. 지금 현실적으로.
Exactly.
We're seeing more science fields and technology, tech startups as well, looking into space.
I wonder how long he prepared this for. 그냥 뜬금없이 말한 거 아니겠죠? 너무 약간 진짜 wise 현명한 말이라서.
그죠. 엄청난 고민도, 그러니까 고민이라는 거 생각을 많이 했겠죠.
Yeah,
네.
I love this quote.
Yeah.
It's very clever.
It is.
Well, that was all about the moon for today's Chat Lab English. We're going to take a song break and then we'll be right back. What is the song?
The song is 서울의 달 by 김건모.
오늘 밤 바라본 저 달이 너무 처량해 너도 나처럼 외로워 텅 빈 가슴 안고 사는구나 텅 빈 방 안에 누워 이 생각 저런 생각에 기나긴 한숨 담배 연기 또 하루가 지나고 하나 되는 게 없고 사랑도 떠나가 버리고 술잔에 비친 저 하늘의 달과 한 잔 주거니 받거니 이 밤이 가는구나 오늘 밤 바라본 저 달이 너무 처량해 너도 나처럼 외로워 텅 빈 가슴 안고 사는구나 따뜻해도 따뜻한 때는 따뜻해는 따뜻한 Stop it 가끔 비가 내리면 구름에 네 모습이 가려 어두운 거리 또 쓸쓸해지네 텅 빈 이 거리 오늘도 혼자서 걸어가네 오늘 밤 바라본 저 달이 너무 처량해 너도 나처럼 외로워 텅 빈 가슴 안고 사는구나 오늘 밤 바라본 저 달이 너무 처량해 너도 나처럼 외로워 텅 빈 가슴 안고 사는구나 슬픈 추억 안고 사는구나 텅 빈 가슴 안고 yeah, yeah, yeah.
And they lived happily ever after.
They certainly did. Welcome everybody to Happily Ever After, where your dreams can come true. 네, 여러분 동화 속으로 한번 빠져볼까요? In this segment, we'll take the opportunity to dive into the fantastical world of fairy tales. 왜냐하면 동화책은 아이들만을 위한 게 아니라 남녀노소를 불문하고 누구나 즐길 수 있는 거예요. 그리고 이 코너에서는 영어 표현들까지 배울 수 있습니다. We're going to take a listen to a fairy tale, and then we'll take a look at the expressions and the language used in it so we can gain a lot of things from it. 그래서 한번 동심으로 돌아가 봅시다. Now today, I've chosen a fairy tale about repaying kindness. You know, 친절을 다시 보답해주는.
친절을 베푸는 거예요?
베푸는 거예요. 다시 뭐 someone did nice to you.
Okay.
보답할 때 그런 약간 morally 있는데요.
네.
오늘은 The Elves and the Shoemaker 이라는 동화를 가져왔습니다. 구두장이와 요정들. Have you heard of this fairy tale?
요정들은 fairy 아니에요?
It's a fairy, but I checked. You know, elf는 그냥 엘프인데.
네.
제가 이 뭐 공식 번역을 좀 확인해 보니까 요정이라고 나와요.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I guess you know 요정. You can just say like magical creature.
Yeah, I mean, elves too, when you look at fairy tales of elves, some look tall, and some, like Lord of the Rings elves, they're tall, they have pointy ears, but then in fairy tales, they are more short and small-sized.
Yeah, 원래 엘프 하면 뭔가 좀 산타 할아버지를 도와주는 그런 작은 사람을 생각하잖아요. You know, like a Christmas elf. So they're generally related to be smaller. Or they live in forests. And if you play video games, you know, like Oblivion, you know,
sure.
there's like a race, race
그렇죠.
캐릭터 종류가 있잖아요. The elves.
활 쏘는 캐릭터.
Yeah. Yeah. They always have magic abilities.
For sure.
Which is interesting. So this is called The Elf and the Elves and the Shoemaker, 구두장이와 요정들. 이라는 동화입니다. Now, it's a famous fairy tale made by the Brothers Grimm, like a lot of them are. I find a lot of them are either Hans Christian Andersen or the Brothers Grimm. It's the very big ones in the world of fairy tales. It's a German folk tale published in the early 19th century. 이 구두장이와 요정들은 이 독일의 동화 작가 그림 형제들이 출판한 꽤 유명한 동화입니다. The story revolves around a poor shoemaker and his wife who you know, their business is not going well, and they feel like they might have to close down their business. But thankfully, a mysterious pair of elves come and help them, and then their business starts to thrive. The elves, they visit this shoemaker's store at nighttime, and they make these amazing, beautiful shoes. And then the shoemaker sells them and his business gets better and better. 이 이야기는 가난한 신발 장수와 아내의 사업이 잘 안 되고 있을 때 이 밤마다 찾아와 아름다운 신발을 만들어주는 엘프의 도움으로 이 부유하게 된다는 내용인데요. Over the time, the shoemaker discovers the elves' kindness and generosity, and he's very thankful. Right, of course, they've been helping him, so he expresses his gratitude by making them new clothes to say thank you, which is very nice, I think. 이 결국 신발 장수와 아내는 이 엘프에 대해서 알게 돼서 엘프들이 보여준 친절을 다시 보답해 줍니다. The moral of this story, it's basically just be kind, be generous, and reciprocate.
So there's no hate in this story, nothing evil. It's just like
지난주와 다르게
네.
이 evil, 사악한 이런 내용이 없어가지고 되게 pure하고 되게 좋은 것 같아요.
핑크핑크한 그런 이쁜 색깔에 있는 내용이네요.
Okay, if you have to think of the bad, in the beginning, their business is failing. That's not nice.
Yeah.
That's not nice, isn't it?
It's the hardship that we go through.
So if you take anything away, just remember that helping people and then paying it forward as well is always a great thing to do, and it impacts everyone around you positively.
그죠? What goes around comes around, guys.
Exactly. All right. All right then, we'll take a listen to this story a long time ago in a land far away. Once upon a time, in a quaint little village, there lived a kind-hearted shoemaker and his wife. They were known throughout the village for their warmth and generosity, but they were also quite poor. Despite their best efforts, they struggled to make ends meet. One evening, with just enough leather for one last pair of shoes, they decided to cut it and leave it on their workbench, hoping to complete it in the morning. But to their astonishment, when they entered their shop the next day, they found not just a finished pair of shoes, but a beautifully crafted masterpiece. This mysterious event continued day after day. The shoemaker and his wife decided to stay up late one night to discover the truth. As the clock struck midnight, they saw two tiny magical elves working diligently on the shoes. The elves had heard of the shoemaker's hardship and decided to help him. In gratitude for the kindness and warmth the shoemaker and his wife had shown them in the past, the elves danced and sang, and they promised to make one final pair of shoes before disappearing. The shoemaker wanted to thank the elves for their generosity, and in secret, they sewed two sets of exquisite clothing for the elves, placing them beside the finished pair of shoes. When the elves saw the gifts, they were overjoyed and dressed in the tiny clothes. The shoemaker and his wife's business flourished after that, and they never had to worry about their business again.
Such heartwarming story. Wow.
You were like, where's the action? Where are the explosions?
No,
Right.
no. This story is all about helping others, so that they could all live happily ever after.
For real? Yeah.
엄청 힘들게 살다가 매지컬한 크리처들이 와가지고 이렇게 행복하게 살 수 있다는 것도 진짜 운이고 좋은 것 같아요.
그렇죠. I think it's a good message to teach young folks as well.
Yes.
So we've got some interesting expressions we'll take a look at. Now, the very first line, once upon a time. You usually say once upon a time in a land far away. 옛날 옛적에 먼 나라에서, right? In a quaint little village. quaint이라는 말은 되게 좋은 말인 것 같아요. quaint, Q-U-A-I-N-T. 뭔가 좀 아주 작고 아늑한 아늑하다라는 뜻인 것 같아요. It's very quaint, it's very quiet, it's very small. In a quaint little village, 아주 작은 마을에서 there lived a shoemaker and stuff. But the problem was they struggled to make ends meet.
네.
Struggling to make ends meet is a very interesting phrase.
To make ends meet, 끝과 끝을 만나게 한다.
연결시키는 거죠.
무슨 뜻일까요?
It means 많이 가난했다라는 뜻이에요.
네.
They weren't earning much money. 돈을 벌어 겨우 먹고 산다라는 뜻이에요.
Yeah.
They struggled to make ends meet. They were very poor. And then they found the elves' work, right? To their astonishment, they found a beautifully crafted masterpiece. So to their astonishment, astonishment이라고 하면 진짜 놀라운 것이죠. 진짜 놀랐어. I was so astonished.
Right.
To their astonishment, they found a beautifully crafted masterpiece. 이 아름답게 만들어진 걸작, 이 구두를 발견했다. And beautifully crafted shoes, masterpiece, can be any nice art, right? They sewed two sets of exquisite clothing for the elves. exquisite이라는 말은 되게 좀 세련된 단어인 것 같은데요.
Exquisite 단어는 very exquisite해요.
그렇죠. That's
Very
a good way
fancy.
to explain it.
Yeah.
세련되고 좀 고급스러운
네.
이라는 뜻이에요. Exquisite. I guess usually when food is very nice, when clothes are very beautiful. I think back in the old days, 옛날에 영국에서 많이 썼던 말이었던 것 같은데요. 뭐 18세기, 19세기 때, oh, this food is exquisite. 엄청 맛있어요. They sewed two sets of exquisite clothing for the elves. 이 아주 멋진 옷을 두 벌을 바느질했다. 라는 뜻이에요. 저는 가끔씩 좀 비꼬아서 말할 때 exquisite이라는 말 많이 쓰거든요.
뭐 어떻게 비꼬아서 말하는데?
Like if someone says like, how was the food? It was exquisite. 좀 조크 하듯이.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And it means it was nice. I just want to 좀 재미있게 좀 강조하고 싶을 때 it was exquisite.
아, 그렇죠. Very nice를 좀 더 오버한다는 거죠.
Yeah,
네.
exactly. And then when they found these exquisite clothes, the elves, they were overjoyed. What's overjoyed?
Overjoyed들은 너무나도 기뻤다라는 거죠.
Yeah.
그냥 happy가 아니고요. Very, very happy.
Yeah.
네, 엄청나게 신나서 그 happy라는 감정을 못 숨기고 이렇게
Yeah.
보여줬다는 거죠.
그렇죠.
Overjoyed.
Yeah, 이 over joyed 앞에 붙여서 말하면 뭔가 좀 다음 레벨이죠. Overjoyed. joyed보다 훨씬 더 기뻤다.
맞아요.
Yeah. And then the shoemaker and his wife's business flourished. This is also a great word, flourish. I don't know, kind of reminds me of flowers.
Flourished 하면 뭔가 풍성하고 뭔가 넘치는 느낌이에요.
그죠.
네.
이 번창하다라는 뜻이죠. 엄청 잘 약간 번창했다.
네.
It flourished. It succeeded. 성공했다.
성공했다. Flourished라고 이 단어를 또 보면은 flower 그 밀가루 flower에 ISHED잖아요.
What?
Flourished. FLOUR. The 밀가루 flower.
Yeah.
ISHED. flower 이렇게 팍 치면은 가루가 막
퍼지죠.
날아가잖아요.
Yeah.
그런 느낌이 있어요. It flourished.
It goes everywhere.
It goes everywhere. Yeah.
퍼지죠.
네.
Like their business.
Exactly.
I guess I thought of it like flowers, like 꽃 flowers.
When they bloom.
When they bloom,
Yeah.
만발해가지고 엄청 커지고
그쵸.
엄청 예뻐지잖아요.
네네네.
비즈니스처럼. So the shoemaker and his wife's business flourished. 신발 장수와 이 아내의 사업은 번창했다. 라는 뜻입니다. And this was basically the story and a few expressions about the elves and the shoemaker. A story that teaches morals, repaying kindness, just being thankful and not being selfish and greedy.
Right. Very opposite of the story that you brought last time. Very beautiful, peaceful. It's a story where we can learn good things out of.
Yeah.
Especially for kids.
For sure.
As they make friends and go through little troubles here and there, they would know that
little troubles.
that being kind can actually be good.
Yeah, for real. All right, and that was today's Happily Ever After every single Tuesday, bringing the magical world of fairy tales to you. The time is now 4:52 in the afternoon. Slowly we're coming to the end of the first half, but today's Tuesday, which means we do have a great second half in store for you. What have we got?
We've got Odegaano with Jimmy coming in. Lots of different little quizzes here and there. And if you participate in these quizzes, you could win some amazing prizes. So make sure you tune in, text in, maybe even send in your song requests. Any songs you want to listen to, let us know.
Yeah, I know a lot of people appreciate the music that we play here, but if there's anything you want to listen to, how you're feeling, we'd love to play that for you and request it. As long as it's clean,
Yes.
more than happy to.
That's right. So clean versions if you have them, if you know of them as well.
Send your messages to pound 9050, 샵 9050, which will cost you 101, or a Kakao Talk message.
All right.
On that note, we're going to end the first half here. We'll see you very soon at 5. We're going to listen to a song by 이승철. This is 샴푸의 요정. We'll be right back.
네모난 화면에 치며 살며시 다가와 은빛의 환상 심어준 그녀는 나만의 작은 요정 이른 아침 안개처럼 내게로 다가와 너울거리는 긴 머리 부드러운 미소로 속삭이네 그녀만 보면 외롭지 않아 슬픈 마음도 멀리 사라져 그녀는 나의 샴푸의 요정 이제는 나를 이른 아침 안개처럼 내게로 다가와 너울거리는 긴 머리 부드러운 미소로 속삭이네 그녀만 보면 외롭지 않아 슬픈 마음도 멀리 사라져 그녀는 나의
너의 샴푸 향기를 맡으면 너는 모두 갖고 싶은 내 맘들을 전부 다 변하고 싶지만 너만 보면 작아지지 그저 울지마 Come on, she's got the flavor I see her face, it makes me savor Thoughts and memories in my mind Makes me feel like it's Valentine's Baby girl
부산을 한 장의 사진에 담는다면 어디로 가야 할까요? 꼬꼬마 시절 이때만큼은 세상을 내려다보며 꿈을 키웠고 용돈을 모아 산 사진기는 아직도 서랍 속에 있습니다. 시간이 흘러 키는 자라고 사진은 어디서든 찍을 수 있는 세상이 되었지만 부산의 진짜 모습을 보기 위해서는 같이 가볼 곳이 있습니다. 광복동에서 부산을 내려다보며 우리와 함께 해온 그곳. 새롭게 불을 밝힌 다이아몬드 타워와 함께 용두산 공원이 우리를 다시 찾아왔습니다. 북한과 남항, 멀리 남구와 해운대까지 부산을 한눈에 담을 수 있는 그곳. 알록달록 꽃시계와 함께 다시 시민의 품으로 돌아온 용두산 공원은 부산의 또 하나의 명소입니다. 이 캠페인은 대선공익재단과 BFM 부산영어방송이 함께합니다.
Do you want to be the star of this week's My Life, My English? Have you ever made friends abroad with your English skills? What about English getting you the opportunity of a lifetime? Tell us about your English journey.
이번 주 마이 라이프 마이 잉글리시 코너 주인공을 찾습니다. 영어로 인생의 새로운 기회를 잡았던 경험 있나요? 여러분의 영어 도전기를 들려주세요.
My Life, My English is open to anyone 20 years or older. All participants get a small payment, a souvenir, and an invitation to our Global Citizens Networking Party.
만 20세 이상 부산 시민은 누구나 참여하실 수 있는 마이 라이프 마이 잉글리시. 참가자 전원에게는 소정의 출연료와 기념품, 그리고 이번 가을에 펼쳐질 세계 시민 네트워킹 파티 우선 초대권을 드립니다.
For details, visit www.befm.or.kr.
더 넓은 세계를 향한 여러분의 도전을 응원합니다.
어린 시절, 여러분만의 특별했던 꿈을 기억하시나요?
BEFM is holding an English speech contest to talk about the dreams of the youth and the future of Busan.
부산 지역의 꿈나무들이 바라는 부산의 미래, 우리의 미래를 그려볼 수 있는 영어 말하기 대회를 개최합니다. 제1회 중구청정배 청소년 영어 말하기 대회, 나의 꿈, 우리의 미래. 9월 16일 토요일 오전 11시 부산 영화체험박물관에서 2030 부산 세계박람회를 앞둔 국제도시 부산의 미래를 확인해보세요.
우리는 자랑스러운 부산의 꿈나무입니다.
We are the future of Busan.
Come to hear firsthand the dreams of Busan's local youth and find out how they envision the city's hopeful future in this speech contest.
이 행사는 중구 진로교육지원센터와 BEFM 부산영어방송이 함께합니다.
The time is now 5 o'clock.
새로 배운 영어 표현은 앙 물어보고
모르는 영어 표현은 잉 물어보셔라. 교통부터 비즈니스 영어까지.
Bite into new English expressions.
When someone says, "How are you?" what do you usually say? You could say, "I'm fine, and you?" But you could also say, "I'm great," or "I'm doing fantastic."
You know, there are so many ways to respond to it. And if you're unsure of what to say, all you have to do is to ask us.
That is correct, because in this segment, we'll dive into one sentence per day. So don't hesitate or be afraid to ask any English expressions. 네, 궁금한 표현이 있다면 물어봐 주세요.
Today's bite English expression is I'm swamped. 일 때문에 너무 바빠.
I'm swamped.
I'm swamped.
늪에 빠져 있다.
Like Shrek.
Yeah, I live in the swamp. Donkey. I live in the swamp.
Hey, let's go on an adventure, donkey.
I'm swamped. S-W-A-M-P-E-D. I'm swamped. 일 때문에 너무 바빠라는 뜻이죠. Now, when specific, now we know we'd use it when you're working because of work. When would you really use it though, personally?
I would use it when a friend asks me what I'm doing, if they want to hang out with me. 친구가 전화 와가지고 오늘 시간 있으면 놀래? 오늘 시간 있으면 같이 저녁 먹을래? Sorry, mate, I'm swamped.
I'm swamped.
지금
Yeah.
일이 너무 많아서 너무 바빠서 못 나갈 것 같아. 이렇게 말할 수 있는 거죠.
그렇죠. You can say I'm swamped with work.
Yeah.
근데 I'm swamped이라고 할 때는 그냥 it's always with work. 항상 일 때문에 바빠서 굳이 with work이라고 안 추가해도 되고 그냥
Yeah.
I'm swamped이라고 할 수 있습니다.
그죠. You could be swamped with work, but that work could be like company work. It can be with housework. It can be
Yeah.
with any other work that you associate with.
I always think like paperwork. Like you know 보고서 산더미 있어가지고 I'm swamped.
그렇죠.
with
카메라
work.
각도에서 봤을 때 얼굴이 안 보일 정도로 이렇게
책상
페이퍼워크가
위에다가.
많은 거예요. 예.
Exactly. I'm swamped. You know, I'm swamped. It's a good metaphor because like you're kind of trapped in the swamp.
Right.
And you're gonna like drown in there. You know,
Yeah.
I can't get out of this swamp.
그렇죠.
빠져나갈 수 없어.
예, 이 늪에 빠져가지고 이 늪에 저를 끌어당기는 거예요. 너무 많아서.
quicksand.
Yeah, like quicksand.
Yeah.
So I'm swamped. How else would you? I mean, what other expressions can you use other than I'm swamped?
I mean, I'm so busy. There's nothing I can do.
Yeah, I'm super busy.
I'm super busy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've got no time to spare.
Yeah.
I've got so much work to do.
But above all these, I'm swamped has a lot more feeling. 약간 경무에 시달렸다. You know, I just can't handle the work right now. I've got no time for anything else.
그죠. 너무 바쁘다. I'm really busy. I'm super busy보다 I'm swamped라고 하면은 뭔가 이미지가 생기거든요.
Yeah.
진짜 너무 산더미 같은 일이 너무 많아서
Yeah, 스트레스도 받고.
spare time이 zero다.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. So this is a great way you can say it, or at least if you want to lie to a friend because you don't want to hang out with them, you can say, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm swamped. Today I'm just swamped with work. I
When
can't
are you
hang out."
not swamped, Nick?
Every day. Sorry, David, I can't hang out with you.
You said that yesterday. You said that every day.
I just live in a swamp, man. You know, I can't help it.
We can't be friends anymore.
How would you reply? You could reply like that. 대답할 때는 그렇게 뭐 대답할 수도 있고요.
Yeah.
Or like, oh, okay, again.
Yeah.
Or like, I hope you're okay. I hope you get some free time soon.
Right. Or hit me up when you're free.
Yeah, you could say that. 그리고 공감해주면 좋을 것 같아요.
그죠.
No, just show them a bit of sympathy.
Right. Anything else? Anything I can help you with?
Yeah. 힘내. 할 수 있다.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It definitely sucks if you or your friends are using this expression because you can't really help each other with this one.
It's different, I guess, if it's a spouse or a girlfriend or a boyfriend, because you want to spend a lot of time together. But if you're swamped, the other person could get a bit angry or 삐졌어요, you know?
Yeah,
like,
a little.
Oh, I'm swamped, babe. I'm sorry. Oh, you're always busy. You got no time for me.
We gotta reconsider our relationship.
Yeah, I'm too swamped to consider it. I'm sorry. So this would be a great one to use as well. But don't do it too much because people will see you as having no time for them.
Right, like we said, swamped is pretty extreme. Like it's more than just busy. It's more than just very busy. So like I hopefully you would only use this if it's like if you're really busy.
Yes.
Yeah.
There you go. And that was today's Bite English expression. I'm swamped. 일 때문에 너무 바빠라는 뜻입니다. If you're not swamped right now, hopefully you got some time to text the 4pm duo because if you do, you could win some great prizes and that's a good way to de-stress from all of the work you might have. love. Send us a message at any time with your thoughts, feelings, or song requests for your chance to win one of the following.
Yes, we've got 반반 치킨 콜라 세트, 햄버거 쿠폰, 아이스크림 교환권, 떠먹는 조각 케이크 교환권, 도넛 교환권. We have a chicken cola combo coupon, hamburger coupon, donut coupon, a slice of cake, and ice cream coupons.
그리고 놀라운 착시의 세계를 즐길 수 있는 착시미술관 Museum of Illusion 관람 티켓도 있고요. Tickets to the Museum of Illusion in Busan Cinema Center Biff Hill in Haeundae, where you can explore some great illusions and take a few pictures too.
네, 부산 대표 랜드마크 해운대 LCT에 위치한 하늘 위의 바다 부산 엑서스카이 전망대 입장권 1인당 2매씩 선물로 드립니다. We've got admission tickets for Busan 엑서스카이 Top Floor Observatory, which is located at LCT in Haeundae, the highest point in Busan.
Yes, and we also have concert tickets, which will really help you distract from work. It's called the Big Roof Music Festival, and it's on September the 9th for our lovely listeners. 9월 9일 영화의 전당에서 열리는 뮤직 페스티벌 티켓이 준비되어 있습니다. 폴킴 카더가든, 스탠딩 에그, 너드 커넥션 등 국내외 총 16개 팀의 멈추지 않는 공연이 이어집니다.
That's right. The concert will offer you various experiences of music and other enjoyable side events. 공연 티켓을 원하시는 분은 뮤직 페스티벌이라고 쓰시고 누구와 공연을 즐기고 싶은지 저에게 카톡이나 문자로 사연을 보내주시면 됩니다. 문자는 샵 9050 pound 9050 100원의 문자 이용료가 있고요. 카카오톡으로 친구 추가하셔서 저희랑 소통도 가능하고요. Or text us at BFM app message or YouTube Live.
That is correct, Amanda. Coming up next is your chance to win one of these fabulous prizes because we've got a quiz coming your way. Before that, though, we do have a song request from Myeoksteli Inim. This is Stranger by the Day by Shades Apart.
Snow is falling from the sky in the middle of July. Sun was shining in my eyes again last night. Alarm goes off without a sound. The silence is so loud. Something isn't right. Footsteps echo down the hall. No one's there at all. Dial your number, but your voice says everything is inside out. Don't know what it's about. It keeps getting stranger by the day, yeah. Stranger by the day, yeah. It keeps getting stranger by the day. Stranger by the day, yeah. Going for a walk outside to see what I can find. No reflections in the windows I pass by. It feels hotter in the shade. Water runs up from the drain. Something's going on. Conversations with a mind standing by the blind. Imagination must be working overtime. The world is upside down. Everything is turned around. It keeps getting stranger by the day, yeah. Stranger by the day, yeah. It keeps getting stranger by the day. Stranger by the day, yeah. By the time I reach your door, I can't take anymore. I just happen to be in your neighborhood. I'm the one who gets surprised. I don't believe my eyes. Your alibi's no good. Whatever happened to the world? Whatever happened to that girl? I thought I knew. It just can't be true. I guess I'm losing you. Yeah.
It's time for Flash Pop Quiz. 상상 속에 토끼가 살고 있는 곳 가고 싶지만 닿기가 힘든 곳 바로 달인데요. 이제 더 이상 그 상상 속의 동물에 사는 곳이 아니라 세계의 여러 나라들이 경쟁적인 개발을 하는 장소가 되고 있습니다. Just a few days ago, the Indian Space Research Organization said that Vikram lander, which is the first privately built rocket, landed on the moon again. And according to the Indian Space Agency, the Vikram lander exceeded its mission objectives. It successfully underwent a hop experiment.
네, 러시아와 일본도 조만간 달 착륙선을 발사할 예정이라고 하는데요. 앞으로도 한국을 포함한 여러 나라가 계속해서 달을 향해서 질주할 것으로 예상되고 있는데요. 이 달 착륙에 대한 이야기가 나오면 최초로 달에 착륙한 이 사람의 이야기를 빼놓을 수 없습니다. This person was an American astronaut and aeronautical engineer who in 1969 became the first person to walk on the moon. He is still described as passionate about space exploration even after his passing and a dedicated aeronautical engineer. 1969년 7월 21일 세계 최초로 우주선 아폴로 11호를 타고 달의 첫 발자국을 찍은 이 사람의 이름은 무엇일까요? 1번 루이스 암스트롱, 2번 닐 암스트롱, 3번 닉 스틸스트롱. 이 3번 때문에 제가 좀 버벅거리.
네.
Nick still strong.
Nick still strong. You're still strong, right?
Still a little bit strong.
Yeah.
Number 1, Louis Armstrong. Sorry, Louis Armstrong. Number 2, Neil Armstrong. Number 3, Nick still strong.
All right, if you know the answer, send us your text messages to pound 9050 샵 9050 KakaoTalk message, BFM app message, or YouTube live chat.
We're going to take a song break and then we will be right back. This is by one of the options on here. I won't tell you who, but it is Moon River.
Moon River, wider than the mile, I'm crossing you in style someday. Oh, dream maker, you heart breaker, wherever you are going, I'm going your way. Two drifters off to see the world. There's such a lot of world to see. We're after the same rainbows in waiting round the bend. My huckleberry friend, Moon River, and me.
that voice is just amazing.
Something we can't imitate. 저희는 할 수도 없어요. attempt를.
One of a kind, Louis Armstrong with Moon River right there. An iconic voice. But welcoming you back to the 4 p.m. duo. It's now 5:17 in the afternoon. And I guess that song in two ways, it relates to our question, our quiz, because we are talking about the moon. And the singer was one of our options in the question as well.
Right, we had three options, Louis Armstrong, Neil Armstrong, and Nick Stillstrong. Which one is the right answer? We've got lots of people texting in some answers, so shall we read them out?
Let's do it. So, first of all, the answer.
Oh, the answer is number 2. Neil Armstrong입니다.
Neil Armstrong died unfortunately in 2012, but he left an iconic. Well, I say iconic. He was the first man on the moon. I don't know how you describe that. Pioneering.
그렇죠. Big impression, and he started it all basically with many people wanting to walk or step on the moon too.
Buzz Aldrin was the second man in the moon as well. He's also very space enthusiast, of course, and I used to love watching his YouTube videos as well. Buzz Aldrin, very interesting guy. Before we go on to some of the comments that we got, we did have one message from 7494번님 who says, 실례합니다. 유튜브에서 실시간 방송 어떻게 보나요? 어떻게 검색하면 지금 하는 방송 볼 수 있나요?
저희 그 유튜브 채널에 가시면 부산 영어 방송 official 유튜브 채널이 있습니다. 유튜브에 들어가셔서 부산 영어 방송 검색하시면 지금 빨간 그 테두리가 보이실 건데요.
실시간이라고.
네, 라이브 혹은 실시간이라고 보일 텐데요. 그거 아이콘 누르시면 저희 생방송을 보실 수 있습니다.
David and Nick Stillstrong's face should be on the thumbnail에 있을 것 같은데요.
여기 Nick Stillstrong.
Stillstrong. 아직도
David Stillstrong.
David not strong. Yeah. All right, let's read some messages now because we've got quite a lot of them. We've got 최준우님 saying Neil Armstrong. Very good, yes. Sunim as well, saying number 1, and also sending us a lovely photo of her walking. The sky looks beautiful in Pohang, saying, I'm walking in the park and the smell of the grass is really good.
Yes, that's right.
I love the smell of grass.
Freshly cut grass.
최근에 깎아진 좀 잔디밭이 진짜 좋은 것 같아요.
향이 좋죠. We had Brendan Aidenim as well texting in with the answer and also saying, they were using the chat lab English that we had, right? I'm swamped. I must listen to the 4 p.m. duo every day because my inner growth is progressing. Thank you always for the great broadcasts and help.
That's perfect. That's a really good use of it.
Yeah.
Thank you for messaging in too.
Thank you for tuning in because you're swamped. It's helping you to overcome that work.
Yeah, it's getting you out of that swamp. We're like that tree branch we've given you to pull you out of that swamp.
Yes.
Yeah. We've got Kim Nim saying 2번. 네, 맞습니다. Thank you for your message. Jenny Nim as well. Oh, he's so sweet. Saying 저는 strong한 닉을 좋아하지만 정답은 Neil Armstrong이죠. 그리고 이 노래는 Moon River by Louis Armstrong. 작가님은 센스쟁이. 그렇죠. We say that all the time.
네, 맞습니다. 최준우님, you read that one. 미국스타일 이님 saying 2번 Louis Armstrong 부르는 Moon River 처음 들어보는데요. 색다르네요. 맞습니다.
Usually you hear the Andy Williams version or the one from Breakfast at Tiffany's where Audrey Hepburn sang it, but Louis Armstrong's version is just 너무 목소리 너무 걸걸해가지고 진짜 날것이죠.
이걸 imitate를 하고 싶어도 저희가 못해서 좀 아쉬운데요. 그만큼 너무 특유한 색깔을 가지고 있죠.
Yeah.
It's something that we just cannot imitate.
Totally agree. We have 잔님 as well saying 영어 공부한다고 BFM 듣는데 4 p.m. duo 방송할 때 어제 처음으로 퀴즈 정답 톡 보냈었어요. You guys are so kind and sweet. I guess today's quiz answer is number 2, Neil Armstrong. Oh, thank you. I'm glad that you sent a message for the first time yesterday.
Yeah.
And you sent one today. Hopefully it continues. And thank you for saying we're kind and sweet. Really, really impressive, and it just means a lot that you message in. So thank you.
잔님 and also many other people listening as well. you don't have to just send it for quiz answers and stuff. You can send in anything you want.
Yeah, you can say, Nick and David, you look great today. Or,
아, 그런 건 너무 좋죠.
David, 머리는 왜 그래요?
아, Nick, 아직도 strong한가요? 뭐 이런 코멘트도 좋습니다.
하셔도 됩니다. Yeah. But this is good too.
Yes.
All right, loads of messages coming in. I think we gotta choose a winner. Oh, Brandon and Aidan also sent their message as well.
I've read that one.
You did?
Yeah.
I knew that.
But yes, our 작가님 has chosen the winners. We're gonna announce the winners.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, did she not?
She did.
Yes,
she did. We're gonna give a hamburger set to
자님 축하드립니다. Congratulations.
Thank you for listening to the show. Enjoy your hamburger set as well. I hope it's delicious.
Yes. All right, we're gonna listen to another classic song here, something related to the moon. This is "Fly Me to the Moon" by Frank Sinatra. We'll be right back.
Fly me to the moon, let me play among the stars, and let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, baby, kiss me. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. With song, let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you.
Oh, there, Odegaano. Well, we all know who that is. That is Jimmy in the house for Oh There Odegaano.
Jimmy in the building.
How you doing? Now, we did have a message from Sunim saying his voice is something else. And we don't think we're talking about Jimmy. I think we're talking about Frank Sinatra.
Yeah.
But your voice is also something else, Jimmy.
Thank you.
We always love it when you introduce the show. How have you been?
I've been doing really well, but then, I mean, as you know, I'm always energetic and everything. But last week, my car broke down, so I was a little disappointed and a little bit depressed. But then,
I know you love your car.
Good job. How long did you have the car for?
5 years.
5 years.
Yeah.
Great
But
memories
I
of the
guess
car.
it's time for me to let it go. So.
I guess. I mean, you know, thankfully it's not a person. You know, cars you can replace.
오, 좀 뭔가 감동적인 말을.
At the same time, though, you do talk. I mean, I talk to my car from time to time.
It's not a plant.
Right.
It's not, but I'm like, I always thank the car for driving me from point A to point B.
I know.
Good job, my car.
So when you 기름 넣을 때 많이 먹어?
많이 먹어야지 쑥쑥 자라지. But it's, it doesn't really grow.
Maybe they'll stop it from breaking down.
Yeah.
I know.
그죠?
So for the first time in a decade, I kind of used public transportation. I mean, which is kind of like part of my show, right?
Yeah,
I always introduce these major tour attractions using public transportation.
So 불행 중 다행이죠.
네, 재밌었어요. Because you know I got an opportunity to actually ride on a bus and a subway and everything. Yeah, I thought that it's quite a bit inconvenient at first. I was kind of afraid because I'm not really used to the system. But then overall, as you know, 부산에는 부산 전용 그 차선도 있잖아요.
Right.
Yeah. So like the bus only lane here in Busan, it's well maintained, and then it's really convenient.
Yeah, and some of the routes that you told us were 39 stops. Have you experienced that one yet?
I mean, before when you had a car, 너무 쉽게 말했는데
그러니까요.
직접 경험해야
Now I feel you. Now I feel you.
39 stops is a lot, isn't it?
Right, it is a lot. So by the way, like when was the last time you guys actually got on the bus?
Yesterday.
Last week for me.
진짜 자주 이용하시는군요.
I have a car, but I take the bus and subway reasonably often.
Yeah, if it's close by, if it's nearby, and I don't want to take my car, I would take the transportation.
Friday or Saturday nights, you want to have a bit of fun, so you can't drive, obviously.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, then I guess it counts for both of you as well, including me and also the listeners. I actually brought the most updated information about the bus today.
Okay. So take us away. Where are we going?
I'm just gonna introduce to you guys a brand new bus, which it just recently starting to operate in Gijanggun area. Have you guys ever heard about the bus named 타바라?
타바라?
Yes.
Like get on.
한번 타보세요. Is that what it is? 한번 타보세요.
비슷한 guessing이긴 한데요.
네.
타바라 is actually the bus demand response transportation system bus (DRT) that operates upon request from passengers. 이게 약간 택시처럼 이제 앱으로 부르면 옵니다.
A bus?
Yes.
A big bus?
Well, not the bus that we know of. It's
talking about like one of those
15 seats each. Yeah.
Is it like
a large
like
van?
a minivan.
무인버스인가요?
무인버스는 아니죠.
Okay.
Don't scare me yet. I mean, I know you guys. 맞아요. I know you guys talked about AI everything at the beginning of the show. 여기까지 아직은 그렇게 무인은 아니지만 기사님은 계신데요. 대신에, as you know, like for the public buses, we usually have to wait at the stop sign. I mean, the bus stop, right?
Yeah.
But then, as for this one, you actually call the bus through the app. It doesn't come to your home, but then they actually operate those 15 major tour attraction stops in Gijanggun area.
Okay.
So if you actually call it from there, it actually comes and then it takes you to another major tour attraction.
Does it take you where you want to go, or is it fixed?
It takes you to wherever you want to go. So that's
really?
Yeah, that's the huge advantage out of it.
What if 5 people call at the same time?
그렇게 되면 AI 시스템으로 같이 태워서 갑니다. Yeah. If, like, for example, we actually call the bus from the same bus stop, but we don't know each other, and then our destination is the same place, then we can actually hop on one bus and then we go all together.
다른 정류장에 막 경유해가지고
맞아요.
it goes to everyone who.
그냥 갈 때도 있어요. Just straight. So there is many demands. Then they kind of like, get all the passengers. But if there's only one me, then it's my bus.
Interesting. I'll have to try it out myself.
Yeah, I know.
All right, please tell us more about this bus and where we can take it and how we get there.
So currently, it actually started on the 1st of September. So it's been like, only a few days ago. Yeah, so 5 Tabara buses with 15 seats each travel to 15 stops. So Busan City actually held an opening ceremony for Tabara at Oshiria Station on the Donghae line on September 1st. And yeah, it actually takes you to 15 designated stops, including Oshiria Station and Gijang Station and tourist complex and Orangdae Park and Gongsu-maul as well. So those are like one of those major tour attractions in Gijanggun area. 그래서 아까도 말씀드린 것처럼 당신이 계신 집까지는 안 오지만 적어도 그런 major tour attraction stop에 가 계셔서 부르시면 다른 곳까지도 다 갈 수 있습니다. But the best advantage about this bus is that 그냥 일반 버스랑 fare가 똑같아요.
Like what 1,400?
Yeah.
Does it also allow you to transfer for free if you just get off from one Tabara bus to another Tabara
맞아요.
bus?
똑같이 그냥 일반 버스랑 똑같이 저희 환승하는 시스템이 있습니다.
That's cool.
That's cool. And
Yeah.
like we mentioned, you know, in English, tabara, 그냥 한국말로는 타바라.
타바라.
So like get on, I guess. Is that the main?
오, 역시.
반말 그만하세요 좀.
Yeah, the name of this bus,
Yeah.
Tabara, means take a ride, get on, and
Right.
was finally selected out of about 100 submitted to the name contest.
I like it. It's
Yeah.
very like a friend
It's
saying
a
that.
catchy
맞아, catchy phrase,
yeah.
Joe.
It's like a friend saying hop in, come on.
So,
Yeah.
but then let me just ask you for fun. Can you guys think of maybe another name, other names other than Tabara? If you guys can actually submit one of those, you know, other names for Tabara for the naming
다
contest.
보이소.
다
I was
보이소.
saying 다 있어. I was thinking that. 부산이니까.
좋은데요?
근데 타바라도 이제 부산 그 사투리로 하면 타바라 이렇게 할 수 있잖아요.
그렇죠.
Also, it sounds cool in English.
Yeah.
If you do taboiso in English, it's taboiso.
타 보이소.
Taboiso.
Yeah.
Tabara sounds a bit cute.
It
Yeah,
does.
Tabara.
Almost sounds like a city name.
Right.
Welcome to Tabara.
Yeah.
그렇죠. 저도 뭔가 무슨 어떤 나라의 한 약간 도시 네임
그렇네.
같더라고요.
I like it.
Tabara.
잘 선택한 것 같아요.
Yeah, it's a good one.
So tell us a bit more in depth. How can passengers use it?
Yeah, I mean, when you actually call it with a smartphone application, you can actually easily download it from the app, Tabara, and enter your destination, and then call a bus, and then it will take you near your desired tourist attraction. And then, yeah, as I said, you can also ride with other tourists traveling in similar directions. And the fare is the same as using a regular city bus, as I have already told you. And yeah, I think this is one of the biggest benefit because even with the short or long distances, if you just call a taxi, it will definitely, you have to pay more.
Right,
Right.
real. So it's kind of like a good hybrid of a taxi and a bus.
Right, 맞습니다.
Being in the middle.
좀 프라이빗하면서도 가격은 저렴할 수 있는. Yeah.
Great idea.
Awesome.
Jenny님 has a good idea. 타시지에.
타시지에. 괜찮은데요?
Yeah, that would be good as well.
타시지에.
타반나.
타바나.
You're on
So
fire.
many one,
You're
yeah.
on fire, Jenny님.
Yeah.
That's a real one. For 자전거. There you go. That's really good. Lots of
Yeah.
ideas here. Now, please go in. You said there are 15 pick-up and drop-off stops. Which ones can you typically go to?
Yeah, I mean, when you guys think of 기장군 area, what is your one of best tour attractions?
I can't say the name, but I like furniture.
Okay.
가구 좋아해가지고.
We all know. We all know. What about you, David?
For me, it would be the coffee shop street area. It's not a street, but there's on the coastal side of Gijangun. There are a bunch of cafes there, right?
Yeah.
With good views
Right.
to the coastal views.
Okay.
So that area I like a lot. I don't go there a whole lot because of the traffic going to there. But yeah, that's one of my favorite spots.
I cannot tell you and list all those 15 stops, but then one of those major ones that you guys can go to is Yeonggungsa Temple and Yeonwari area where you can eat, fresh seafood.
Yeonggungsa is right next to the big complexes with
맞습니다.
outlet malls and stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
And it also goes to Gijang Market. Gijang 시장도 갑니다. Where you can also try and look around those, delicious foods and, ingredients. And then you can actually enjoy shopping at outlets of Busan, Dongbusan Tourist Complex as well. So it actually pretty much covers all those major spots.
So when you want to use it, of course, it's not going to be 24 hours. What are the times, the operating hours, and the cost? You said it was cheap.
Yeah.
Tell us a bit more.
Well, not yet. It doesn't actually operate 24 hours, but sooner or later, if this Gijanggun Tabara bus settles really well, I don't know, there might be an extension. But as for now, it actually runs from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. And I think citizens living in Gijang and especially tourists will find it very useful because price is only 1,200 won.
Whoa.
And the same as the city bus. And you can actually also transfer to other, transportation as well.
Okay, so you get off from the subway station and then you call for this bus to get on and you basically transfer for free then. That's awesome.
Yeah,
Right.
brilliant stuff. So the price is low now, but I assume if it gets popular, to help cope with increased demand and building more buses, the price could go up a little bit, right?
Maybe later on. But
Yeah.
as for now, so I highly recommend you guys to go and use it if you guys ever get a chance to go in Gijanggun area.
Just to clarify everything, this is like a city-funded project? Tabara?
Like the bus system, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay,
Public
cool.
transportation. Yeah, 대중교통이죠.
Right.
네.
Can tourists use it? Is it only like Busan citizens that can have a special card, or can anyone use it?
Oh, anyone can use it, but then for tourists from other countries, the Busan city is actually planning to launch a dedicated application for tourists from overseas at the end of September. So, yeah, it's almost right around the corner. You only have to wait for about like another 15 days. Then there's gonna be a new app for overseas tourists as well.
This is great. I think if this extended, I don't know how, because Busan is quite a busy city.
Yeah.
되게 복잡할 때가 엄청
맞습니다.
많은데요. So I don't know how it would work in say like 서면 or 동네 area.
그쵸.
But if it could, really help costs. It could help a lot of people get to where they want to go.
Right.
If they can figure out logistics, of course.
For sure. Now, you mentioned that it's called a Tabara app. Is there another app or another smartphone thing that we can link it to for easy access for other people?
역시 데이빗. 지금 현재도 계속 잘 쓰고 있는 Visit Busan Pass랑 링크가 됩니다. It links to a Visit Busan Pass, a tourist pass exclusively for overseas tourists right now. So personally, I hope that this system actually settles really well and then gets a good feedback and good response and then extend to the whole city.
Nice.
Like when you buy tickets for a concert and it opens at the same time, 똑같은 시간에 열리잖아요.
맞아요.
And everyone, 모든 사람들이 한꺼번에 막 쓰려고 해가지고 crash도 되잖아요. 먹통이 되잖아요.
Yeah.
Do you think there could be a situation where lots of people visit 용궁사 and 송정?
맞습니다.
Do you think there'd be a case where everyone tries to use it at once and then the buses can't get to everyone?
그래서 제가 볼 때 지금 시험 가동을 하고 있는 것 같고요. Hopefully, yeah, it's the test period. So hopefully, those professional technicians actually get those bugs and everything. So I hopefully.
But like you said earlier, this AI thing, this AI software is embedded in the app. So hopefully that could work things out a little better for everyone kind of jumping in on the same time.
It'll figure out the most economic route to take.
Yeah.
Time. Yeah. All right, this is really interesting. Now, before we finish up, I think we should look at some English expressions.
Sure. I actually brought one English expression related to a bus. That's because I introduced Tabara bus today. I actually prepared a table.
I used to bus tables actually.
Yeah.
I used to bus tables as a part-time
많이
thing,
하죠. 많이 하죠.
in Canada.
I never understood this until my later lives.
아 진짜요?
I've never used this expression in my life.
이게 버스라고 하면은 테이블 테이블 웨이터가 웨이트레스가 따로 있고요. 그거를 이제 다 마무리해서 치우는 사람을 버싱이라고 하거든요. So I bus tables and
맞아요.
your wage is a little low, but you get tips from the waiters.
It sounds like bust tables. 부시는 거죠.
bus table, yeah.
그럴 수도 있죠.
네.
맞아요. 그래서 bus table에서 to clear and clean a dining table in a restaurant or cafeteria after customers have finished their meal. 그래서 식당이나 카페테리아에서 고객이 식사를 마친 후 식탁을 치우고 청소하는 그런 사람들을 의미합니다.
Great, bust a table.
Yeah.
Bust a table.
It sounds like bust a move.
Right. So like in the job description, they would label you as a busser.
Yeah, busser.
Yeah.
Right.
A table busser.
Yeah, table busser.
Jimmy, thanks so much for bringing us this really new technology or this new system coming to Busan. I'm sure everyone who lives here will really appreciate it. And I hope it succeeds and can expand further.
Definitely. I definitely hope so. So one day we could all go to Gijang together and hop on that Tabara bus together and then let's tour around.
All right, Jimmy, we look forward to next week. We'll see you later.
All right, see you next week.
See ya.
Now, we've got a song coming up right now. We had a message from Fred Nim, and it kind of jogged our memories. He said, Dear 4pm duo, Jimmy Buffett passed away in his sleep on September the 1st. He was a great entertainer, so could you please play one of his songs in his memory? Thank you. Now, I remember waking up today, and reading last night that Jimmy Buffett had died, as well as Steve Harwell from the band Smash Mouth. You know, they both died at a very similar time. And they're both such epic entertainers and singers. So yeah, we want to play one of Jimmy Buffett's songs to pay homage to him. Thank you very much, Fred, for this request. This is Son of a Sailor by Jimmy Buffett.
Seems like we're visiting some old songs like you visit old friends or ships visit ports. This song first came out of an album called Son of a Sailor. Back when it cost about as much to do an album as it did cost to do an album cover. The song's had a great ride and still is one of my favorites and always a perennial favorite when we go out on tour. And we've got a new set of sails on it this year. We have the lovely Miss Nadira Shakur who's going to help us out on this. The Coral Reefers. Always on the cruise, so let's head down to the dock and set sail, shall we, boys? As the son of a sailor, I went out on the sea for adventure, expanding the view of the captain and crew, like a man just released from indenture. As a dreamer dreams and a traveling man, I've chalked up many a mile, read dozens of books about heroes and crooks. Hell, I learned much from both of their style. Son of a son, son of a son, son of a son of a sailor, son of a gun, load the last ton, one step ahead of the jailer. Now way in the near future, southeast of disorder, you can shake the hand of the mango man as he greets you at the border.
She hails from Trinidad, island of the spices, with salt for your meat, cinnamon sweet, and the rum is for all your good vices.
You got to haul the sheet in as we ride on the wind that our forefathers harnessed before us. Hear the bells ring as the tide rigging sings. It's the son of a gun of a chorus. So where this all ends, I can't fathom, my friends. If I knew, I just might toss out my anchor. But I'll cruise along, always searching for songs. Not a lawyer, thief, or a banker. I'm still the son of a son, son of a son, son of a son of a sailor. The seas in my veins, my tradition remains. I'm just glad I don't live in a trailer. I'll take the deck of a ship anytime. Sail on, Gardner McKay. Sail on, Freddie Neal. Sail on, George Harrison.
아직 한 발 남았다.
The last English dose.
It ain't over till it's over. Now, before wrapping up the show, we would like to let you know one more useful English expression.
There are lots of situations in the world, and we'll pick the most interesting situations and take the time to share one expression through short conversations of that particular situation.
What kind of situation should we move on to today?
자, 여러분, 그러면 오늘 우리 미팅은 여기서 마무리하겠습니다. 다들 업무에 참조해 주시고요. 아, 그리고 참고로 우리 포주 주식회사에 다음 주에 인턴 몇 명이 들어옵니다.
아, 인턴이라고요? 꼭 인턴이 있어야 하나요? 다 일일이 떠먹여줘야 하는데, 생각만 해도 귀찮은데, 귀찮아.
자. 여러분, 친절하게 대해주셔야 합니다. 여러분, 우리도 그랬잖아요. 누구나 처음에는 다 초보잖아요. 안 그래요?
맞아요. 명심할게요. 하지만 아시죠? 나란 남자. 저는 처음부터 완전 프로, 일잘러, 척척 일꾼이었다는 거 부장님 저 아시죠? 당연히 아시겠죠.
알지?
알아요?
잘 알지.
감사합니다. 제 능력을 알아주셔서.
Not you.
뭐라고요?
일일이 가르쳐 주다라는 재미있는 표현도 영어로 표현할 수 있을까요?
오늘은 떠먹여주다, 일일이 가르쳐주다라고 표현할 때 영어로 어떤 단어를 쓰는지 알아볼 겁니다.
네, 영어로는 이 상황이 어떻게 표현될지 한번 들어보시죠.
Let's wrap up the meeting. By the way, we're getting some interns next week.
Do we have to? We have to spoon feed them everything.
Be nice to them. Everyone needs to start somewhere.
You're right. I'll keep that in mind.
Let's listen to it one more time. Let's wrap up the meeting. By the way, we're getting some interns next week.
Do we have to? We have to spoon feed them everything.
Be nice to them. Everyone needs to start somewhere.
You're right. I'll keep that in mind.
Thank you, Daniel and Stephanie, for lending us your voices for today's last English dose, spoon feed. 떠먹여주다, 일일이 가르쳐주다라는 뜻이죠. Let's go over the sentences one by one. Let's wrap up the meeting. Let's wrap up. wrap up이라고 할 때는 이 finish이란 뜻이죠. 여기서 미팅 마무리할게요. Let's finish the meeting. Let's wrap up the meeting. Oh, by the way, 그리고 참고로 we're getting some interns next week. We're getting some interns next week. 다음 주에 인턴 몇 명이 들어옵니다.
그러자 do we have to 너무 하기 싫은 태도였죠. 말투였죠. do we have to 꼭 그래야 돼요? do we have to? we have to spoon feed them everything. 네, 오늘의 last English dose 표현이 나왔습니다. spoon feed. 떠먹여주다. 일일이 하나하나 다 가르쳐주다라는 표현인데요. We have to. 우리는 이렇게 해야 돼요. Spoon feed them everything. 그 인턴들한테 다 일일이 다 가르쳐야 하는데 꼭 그렇게 해야 되나요? 꼭 인턴 있어야 하나요? 하면서 약간 불평불만을 이렇게 말을 했습니다.
데이비드 사원.
네.
친절하게 대해주셔야 합니다.
Do we have to? I mean, we have to
Yes.
spoon feed them everything.
You're like, are you a worker or are you my son or something? Like, why? 불만이 많으세요.
아니 이 스킷에 있는 캐릭터예요. 왜 그래요?
So I like the word spoon feed because 애기한테 약간 음식을 먹여줄 때 it's like spoon feeding 비행기 like the plane is coming.
경험에서만 나오는
Choo-choo
표현인데요.
train.
Choo-choo train.
You never did that. I mean, I can't
I've
remember.
never had kids, so I
was
don't.
like
I've
0
never-
years old.
Yeah.
What I've seen on TV.
Yeah.
I'm sure I'll do that to a kid if they were a baby.
Choo choo train.
The choo-choo train's coming. Chugga, 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 chugga. Yeah, anyway.
잘하는데요.
Spoon feeding.
Your dad ready.
Yeah. 그러자 be nice to them. 친절하게 해주세요.
네.
Everyone needs to start somewhere. 다 처음에는 초보잖아요. We all need to start somewhere.
맞습니다. That's another great expression. We all need to start somewhere. 그러자 you're right. 맞아요. 명심할게요. I'll keep that in mind. I'll keep that in mind. Keep that in mind, would you? 이렇게 질문해도 되고요. 그냥 내가 알아서 I'll keep that in mind라고 하면은 명심할게요라는 표현입니다.
Yeah. My next actions, I will consider what you just told me.
Exactly.
Yeah. And that was today's last English dose. Spoon feed 이었습니다. 떠먹여주다, 일일이 가르쳐주다라는 뜻이었습니다. The time is now 5:52 in the afternoon and we are coming to the end of the day. Tomorrow is Hump Day Wednesday. It's going to be a lot of fun. So please come and join us as well. We've got a few messages coming in as we close off. We have Jannim, who won a prize earlier, saying, I really enjoyed your broadcast today and so glad to talk to you guys. See you tomorrow. That makes me happy that you're going to return tomorrow.
그죠. You first tuned in yesterday. You tuned in again today, texting in. Tomorrow, I hope you can message in again. We can hopefully have this going on consistently.
We also have Pagelananim saying, thank you for your job. You also spoon feed us English. I hope we don't. Because you're all like super good at English.
뭔가 스푼 피드로 하면은 뭔가 조금 네거티브 커너테이션이 조금 있어요.
Yeah, like feeding a baby.
Yeah, teaching a baby how to do things.
But that was a good use of the sentence, use of the word.
Indeed, 박엘라님.
Thank you. And 미역셀리님 saying, 포주 듣는 2시간은 역시 빨리 가요. 덕분에 화요일 오후도 즐겁게 보냈습니다.
저희도요.
It's been so great. Thank you everyone for participating and joining. Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow, everybody.
Jenny said, 맞아요. 닉 잘하네요. 맘마 먹일 때 비행기 기차는 필수예요.
그죠.
추추 트레인. 저거.
All right. Enough of that. We're going to finish up the show. We'll see you tomorrow, everybody. The 4 p.m. duo is produced by Choi Ye-ji and written by Hong Young-hwa. We've been your hosts for today, Nick.
And David at the 4 p.m. duo. Today's last song is 잊어버리지 마 by Crush. See you later, alligator.
Everybody have a wonderful evening.
너와 나 언젠가 남이 되어도 영영 닿을 수 없는 사이 되어도 잊어버리지 마 잃어버리지 마 혹시나 다른 사람의 손 잡고 있어도 영영 닿을 수 없는 곳에 있어도 잊어버리지 마 잃어버리지 마 따뜻해 우리마다 할 때 살며시 시린 내 손 잡아줄 때 차가운 세상에 지친 내 맘을 온기로 감싸네